broadcast. This is what I look like without the retouch. I think I should leave it like this. Let me see. Let me see what the retouch. I don't think it makes too much of a difference, but whatever. Let's keep it on. Let me see without. And if I go like this and everything, seems too real. It seems better. I like it blurred out a little bit. I like it blurred out a little bit. Makes me look like a professional. Anyway, we already spoke about Lauren Domingue. She seems young, bridal consultant. And before I saw, the episode, I said all of these things seems likable and everything. But after I saw that she is basically on a show to be a bachelorette. Hey you guys, we're back on live. Can you guys please make sure to like this video and to subscribe to my channel, please? Thank you. We're gonna be talking about Big Brother. Yes, we will. That's one of my favorite shows. So please, yeah. Anyways, continuing on. Mickey Lee, who's 35 years old, she's an event curator. Before I saw the episodes and the commercials and everything, I said she seems likely to point something out. She seems strong-minded. She seems vocal. She seems headstrong. She seems witty. She seems opinionated. She might know how to get under someone's skin. She might know how to steal someone's heart. She might be a little too loyal in one alliance and be sent home for that reason alone. She might not make it to jury. Like she might be gone kind of early. And after I saw the episode, I felt like she was very flashy and strong-willed. Like I felt like she was one of those people who was like, you know, because I can, so I will. And it's like, okay, it's good, but it's she's the one who called that guy a mustache. And it's like, come on, like can you back up a little? But who's it's okay. It's all right. It's not too bad. Anyway, I have some questions for either one of us, for me and for you. So, who will win this season? I think either Keanu will win or Will. Well, that was in quotations that might win. His name was something else. I'll go back to that. The podcaster guy. I think he might win. Yeah, because he seemed very like flexible. They both seem flexible. Hey y'all, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you. We're talking about Big Brother today. Who do I think will win the season? I already answered that. It was this first question. Who's in how interesting will every person be on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't think I'm going back through everybody. Maybe I'll do that afterwards. My favorite player is Keanu Soto. Most interesting player. I want you guys to actually answer that. Most athletic and the smartest player. Let me know who you guys think. I do have my own pick. I should have kept that later because I don't want people choosing my answer. Anyway, we can go back and talk about the scale of 1 to 10 because I see we have a lot of people here. So I actually made a mistake. I put Morgan in twice. Anyway, so on the first episode, Julie let 8 people go in the house at first and then 8 people go in the house second. So 16 people went in the house altogether, but she divided it up. So the first 8 was Zach, Amy, and Kelly, and Adrian. That was the first 4 who walked in the house first. Then the second 4 was Keanu, Lauren, Ashley, and Riley. And there was a timer on the door or like in the house. I don't think anybody saw it. Anyway, it was like a detonator, like a bomb was about to blow up or anything. Anyway, the second round of people, this is where I made a mistake of. I wrote Morgan down twice. Um, I'm missing somebody and I'm not sure who I'm missing. Oh, it's Jimmy. Uh-oh. That's why. See, that's why I'm like forgetting his name and everything because I didn't write him down. Anyway, so Mickey, Catherine, Lauren, and Jimmy. I don't know if they were the first 4, but I do know the first 3 went in the house first, and then Vince, Morgan, Ava, and Will went in the house secondly. Cause man, my mom was on the phone and she was so loud. I was like, "Dang, can I hear the TV?" But I had to come in my room so I can hear the TV. Anyway, so because it was a party all over. It was a party in the living room, party in the kitchen, but my room is like for me and baby, but I had to bring the party to my room so I can hear. Okay. Anyway, so first impressions of everybody. Kelly thinks that Amy is loud. Mickey called Vince a mustache. Anyway, when Julie called everyone into the living room for the powers of observation. Um, and they had to do relics and artworks. It had meaning and effects. The motto was to expect the unexpected. Julie's shoe was the only one left. And so the person had it was 8 players. They were all separated in half, like 8 to go here, 8 to go there. The first 8 were supposed like someone was supposed to find Julie, right? So they were supposed to listen through all these boxes. Well, first they had to build the bridge, and then they had to run across the bridge to go listen to each. Listen to my baby. She's like la la la. I'm about to sneeze. I don't know when. So they had to go listen in the vent to find out which recorder was Julie's actual, like what was true, because all of them were in Julie's voice. So some of them said my hair was black. Some of them said, here goes my sneeze. Hold on. Okay. And thank you, Colin, Logan. I appreciate you. I do. All right. Sorry about that for the sniffling and everything. So continuing or whatever. The only thing that was left on the main stage that Julie was on was her shoe. And she was in the closet or whatever, and they had to find out which one. It was 8. And like I said, it was Adrian, I think, who like ran up to listen to every vent. And Zach was the one who saw Adrian do this, and he ran to the one where Adrian was going to, and he listened, and it was door number 2, because that was the one that was like, oh, my my bracelets on my one wrist and everything like that. So he ran and got it and won $10,000. Okay, and Jimmy found the relic because they it was like the relic was this block. It looked like a brick, and it had like 4 jewels on it, and it had 4 keys on the corners, and they were all like facing different ways. Like one was facing this way, one was facing that way, they're facing that way, and they just had to find the ones facing like the actual, like, the right way. And it was so many different types of ways to be faced. Like the diamonds were all different colors, were all different, places. It was just all over the place, and they had to find out the right one. And Jimmy was the one who found it. Keanu was the first one. He thought he found it, and he got sent to the underworld. My baby just got in trouble. That's what the hell she get. Let me stop. Hell, she. Anyway, let's continue. So Jimmy found the relic, and while he was finding the relic, the young lady with the dress, what's her name? Ashley, the attorney. She was like walking around like she's about to do her first communion with this dress. She's walking like, and I mean, like she's in the forest. And that's what I'm saying. Like she seems like more worried about her dress than the games, but she seems like she wants to play just to like get her hands dirty, whether she actually wanted to or not. Anyway, she seems like a good player though. I can't even lie. Like if you made it on the show, you got some kind of quality, right? So let's see what's going on. Like I said, Jimmy found the relic. He chose the 4 competitors. What am I talking about? Because I'm reading too fast. He chose the 4 competitors for HOH, and he included himself. Which I mean, I guess is smart because you already have the power. You might as well throw yourself in there whether you win or not. But he had to ensure safety for the next week, make sure that anyone that he did choose wouldn't put him up. And even though some people said they wouldn't put him up, he doesn't really believe them. Anyway, for the first HOH, it was the balance thingy. I don't know the name of it. I just put balance beam because like they had to balance like things on, like it was like a Libra thing or like a justice scale, whatever. And it was like they had to put it looked like numbers to me, and I guess they were like pounds, number pounds. So at the top it was like two, and then it was like I don't know, like it was a one and a two, and then the thing was a three, so altogether it was three. And then I didn't see all of them, but it looked like you had to be really gentle with the balance beam. And anyway, the girl with the dress, like I said, Lord Jesus, she was more worried about her dress, which was a beautiful dress. Why would you wear a beautiful dress? Well, it's the first game. But I mean, you're going into Big Brother. You're not anyway. If I was going into Big Brother, I would wear something athletic. Like, yeah, it's okay to look cute, but you're about to play. You're not about to get married. You're about to play. You're going to get down. So, I don't know. I felt like she was all like I said when she went to go get the pieces, she but she was taking her time. I felt like she didn't want to get HOH. I felt like she did not want to be HOH. She wanted someone else to get it so she didn't have to get blood on her hands early in the game, which is smart. Everybody who did say yes to Jimmy in the first place, I don't know if they were smart or not, but they I don't know why they played. Like, well, I don't know why they said yes. Everyone said no, but I don't know. I felt like the people who said yes, Jimmy felt like he could trust. So I guess that's kind of almost an alliance. Like you don't have to worry about, cozying up to Jimmy if he trusts you to choose you to play. Anyway, mm-mm-mm. Yeah. So Jimmy chose himself. He chose Adrian. He chose Ashley, and he chose Vince to play this game for HOH. And Vince ended up winning. Mustache. He ended up winning the game, and he now has three house guests. They didn't choose the three house guests yet. I believe they're going to show us on Sunday, and we all of a sudden got a new house guest, which is Rachel with the red hair. I didn't think her hair was red. This time it was just brunette, but Rachel, Lord have mercy. And it's funny because I think she's so well, I don't want to say I know too much about her. All I know are memes of her. I must have missed that episode, that season. I must have missed that season, but I don't know. I just know that she's a chatterbox. Like she likes to get under people's skin and it works for her. So we'll see. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Now let's go back and rate everyone from 1 to 10. Okay. 1 to 10 in the game. Overall, not even like in the game, like not in order or anything. So first we're gonna start with Adrian Rocha, who's 23 years old. He's from San Antonio, Texas. He's a carpenter. I literally just did this in my first video, and I'm doing it again. But this time I'm rating him 1 to 10. So it matters. I will give him a 5 because he seems like he's playing the game. But like I said earlier, well, in the last video, like down low too slow. Like he's kind of a little too slow in playing the game. Let me lower the brightness down so I can like balance my lighting. Hello. Amy Bingham, who's 43 years old. Godly, I give her a 2. She's so like, oh my God. It's only so many oh my God you can take. I get it. It's the first day. It's nice. But, there's other ways to be fascinated. You can't just yell, oh my God, all the time. You're going to. Anyway, I think that she's an insurance agent. I feel like she should make better decisions. Like she. Do you hear my child? Or is this mic very well? Because she's over there screaming to the heavens. It's way past her bedtime because like I said, the party is more important. Sorry about that. Also, tomorrow she doesn't have to go anywhere, so she's kind of stuck home with us, so she's good. about her sleeping and everything. Ashley Hollis, who's 25 years old, Chicago, Illinois. I give her a 7. She's the one who was more worried about her dress, or a 6, because I felt like she was more worried about her dress than the gosh darn games. Ava Pearl, who's 24, who lives in Long Island, New York. I mean, no, she's from Long Island, New York, and she lives in New York, New York. She's an oil painter. Because she's from New York, I could give her a 4, but she seems I would give her a 3 because she is like over there trying to read people and their color and everything. And I feel like she needs to get her head more in the game. Like worry more about the game than people. Like I guess yeah, you do have to read people in a way, but the colors, like who knows? It could be 3 to 5. Like, who knows? She might win my heart later on in the game, but for now, I'll give her a 3. Clifton Williams, Clifton Will Williams. He's 50 years old. He's the veteran from North Carolina who lives in South Carolina. I mean, no, he is from South Carolina who lives in North Carolina. Um, I give him a 9 because I think that he's strong and it takes a lot to get to 20 years of service for you to be able to retire and everything and live the life that you really want. And now he's talking about basketball. He has 3 daughters. And if you have 3 daughters, girls are headstrong. So, and they're in basketball, I'm pretty sure his mind is like more in the game. He seems very like wrapped around, you know what I mean? Like well put together, mentally well put together. I don't want to say like physically put together because that I couldn't tell. Like I really couldn't tell. But now that I see that, okay, he's a retired veteran, yeah, it makes sense. But also he could be as a retired veteran, like he could also be like on some kind of disability where oh my back, my knee, my neck, my hips, God forbid, who knows. But I just think that he might be one of those people who needs Lord, Lord forgive me. I don't want to I don't want to sound like that. I felt like that was so messed up. But like I said, I give him a 9 because I don't even know how athletic he is. Let me see a game before I start talking about his daughter. Isaiah Zay Frederick, who's 23 years old from Kentucky, who lives in Utah, who's a salesperson. I give him a 6 or a 5. I give him a 6 because he knows how to play chess, which is a good quality, but I think that's the only good quality about him. I think everything else, like he's very new in experiencing life. So I don't know if he knows anything yet. So I give him a 6. So Jimmy Haggerty, but I don't know his athleticism. I feel like I should wait on people's athleticism so I can find out like if they're really, a good player. Anyway, Jim Haggerty, who's 25, he's from Sarasota, Florida. He lives in Washington, D.C. He's an AI consultant. I think that he is a 10. He could be a 9. I do think he's a 10 because, like I said, his smile is so pretty. He can talk. He's quick. How is he able to win the game so fast? He's vigilant. He's observant. That's very important, you know? So he has a good mind. He has a good head on his shoulders. Sorry. Catherine Woodman, who's 23 years old from Gwinnett, Georgia, Gwinnett County, Georgia. She currently lives in South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, whatever. Sorry, she's the fine dining server. Um, she's the one who I felt like was really quiet. I give her a 4 because I felt like she could just be reserved because she doesn't want to give too much and be too studied. You know what I mean? Which is smart. Keanu Soto, 33 years old, Miami, Florida. He lives in Texas and he's a dungeon master. I think that I give him a 9 because I think he's too excited. I would give him a 10, but he's too excited and I feel like I don't think that it would be smart of him to show everyone that his spirit is in the game. Like he should just be focused on like staying low. And I think that he's just too big for his game. Like, you know what I mean? He's just ready, which is nice. So yeah, I give him a 9. Kelly Jorgensen, who's 29 years old. She's from South Dakota. She's a web designer. Um, I give her a 7 because like I said, she plays with farm animals and everything, so she kind of knows like how to read the room. I feel like, I don't know. I'll feel like she knows how to read the room because if you're dealing with like animals all the time, they'll know when someone's happy or when someone's sad or when someone's hungry or when someone's this, when someone's that, when something is this, something is that, something's off, something's on. And I feel like that's a good quality. She might be able to read the room. Um Lauren Domingue, 22 years old, from Lafayette, Louisiana. She's a bridal consultant. She's the one who they said turn off the lights. She's the one who helped the guy to hack Julie and everything. She's the one who I did say was seemed like a bachelorette. I'll give her an 8 because no one knew, and she does like she kept her cover. No one knew. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Let me just try to we'll cover up people. So yeah, she did well. Mickey Lee, 35 years old, Jacksonville, Florida, who lives in Georgia. She's an event curator. I give her a 6 or a 7. I give her a 6 because I feel like she might be too loud. Um, I think she gives off a lot more than she should. Like I think that she could hold back, but she's not. I mean, it might be good for her and it might not be good for her. I feel like I don't know, I feel like she's too readable, like she's too open. So I feel like she could be an easy target for anyone to be like, "Oh, let's get her, let's trigger her or whatever the case may be and have her feel crazy and all kinds of stuff and have her go off and be insane." It's not good. So I give her a 6. Morgan Pope, 33 years old. Um Now that I know her, I would give her a 7. I could give her an 8. I like her. I could give her a 10 actually because I really like her and I think that she has a personality as well as the wits to play this game. So, I'm excited to see how far she goes in this game. Kylie Jeffries, 27. He's from Luther, Oklahoma. He's a professional bull rider. I give him a 9. I could give him a 10 too. Um I think that he seems very like able. He seems very able, which is good. You need ability to play. And I'm really excited to see how far he goes in the game. We have Vince Panero, who's 34 years. Well, okay, let's continue talking about Riley. I think that he's very. I don't think he's quiet. He's looking for women. He literally said, "Oh, if I see someone who's like catch my eye, everything like that." So I would give him a 10, but I think that he is too open for my in my opinion. I think if you're going to play Big Brother, you have to be quiet but smart. You know what I mean? Like you have to know when. And I feel like looking for romance in a competitor is insane. You should not do that. Vince Panero, who's 34 years old, from West Hills, California, who's unemployed. I give him a 6. But also, I don't know, because he does live with his parents. He's unemployed. He has this insane mustache. Um, like, listen, like a Mario brother. Like, what is he doing? Like, I don't want to say I give him a 6. I would give him a 5 because he could easily be flipped and flopped. Like, he could easily be the laziest person. He could easily be kind of calculated to the point where he like from where he's sitting, he can see and read the room very well, where he knows where to go, where not to go, and everything like that. So, it could be either way with him. So, put him in the middle. For Zach Cornell, I give him a 9 or a 10. I give him a 9 because he won um he won the 10K. So I felt like he showed off his skills a little too early. Like, I think that would give a put a target on his back, because no one really likes someone who will win a game. Anyway, yeah, Zach Cornell, he's from Georgia. He's a marketing manager. He's very pretty. He's tall. He's the Filipino who's religious and strictly religious and everything like that. And anyway, yeah, that was my 1 to 10, and that was me being very long-winded about my favorite game, Big Brother, one of my favorite shows, but it is my favorite game. Um, so yeah, let me know what you think. I answered all my questions. Now I had questions, so now you answer them. Like my video, subscribe to my channel for more Big Brother updates and shout outs to the show. Love you all. Peace.